I'm Sergeant Rob Shear with the Phoenix Police Department's Public Affairs Bureau. The information, audio, video, and pictures you are about to see are intended to provide details, as we currently understand them, of an officer-involved shooting that occurred on May 7th, 2024. This video may contain strong language as well as graphic images, which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. Body-worn cameras are used by all officers assigned to patrol in several specialty units. Per policy, they are worn at mid-torso level and capture the view of the line of sight from that perspective. It is important to note that the camera lens is fixed and does not capture everything seen or experienced by the officer. When activated, both audio and video turn on. The body-worn camera has a buffer of video without audio for the 60 seconds prior to activation. This feature is designed to capture incidents that happen suddenly where an officer doesn't immediately activate the camera. The officer-involved shooting occurred in the area of 35th Avenue and Roosevelt Street after a patrol officer was flagged down by an employee of a nearby convenience store. This employee reported that a shoplifting had just occurred and pointed out two people at a nearby bus stop who were involved. The officer drove his fully marked police Tahoe to the bus stop, at which time both individuals ran east on Roosevelt Street. The officer drove his Tahoe towards the two until he caught up to an adult male suspect. The man produced a handgun and fired multiple shots at the officer, striking the Tahoe several times. The officer drove away from the man to escape the gunfire and advised over the police radio that he was being shot at. Here is police radio traffic of the encounter from the officer, whose call sign is 411 Lincoln.
411 Lincoln, I'm getting shot at. 35th Avenue, Rozier.
Units for 35th Avenue, Rozier.
431 King.
411 Lincoln.
Get the air unit.
Checking.
Male's Hispanic male, red shirt. He's at 35th Avenue and Roosevelt, my bad.
Here is video from a nearby surveillance camera showing the man firing on the officer. The officer made a U-turn and returned to the area to relocate the shooter. Once again, the man fired his handgun at the officer. The officer then returned fire, striking the man and causing him to fall to the ground. The second shoplifting suspect was last seen running from the area. Here is a portion of video from a different surveillance camera, which captured the second interaction between the officer and the man, showing the exchange of gunfire. Here is the body-worn camera footage from the officer involved in the incident. The first portion is silent because the officer activated his camera after the first time he was shot at.
What do you have here, Rozier?
431 King.
Lincoln.
Get the air unit.
Checking.
Male's Hispanic male, red shirt. He's at 35th Avenue and Roosevelt, my bad. I just need to put me on it.
So copy. Is he running from you? Was he in a vehicle? What happened? 411 Lincoln.
Guns out! 998.
Officers provided medical aid to the suspect. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The handgun used by the suspect in this incident was recovered on scene. The marked police Tahoe, driven by the officer involved, was struck multiple times by the suspect's gunfire. The officer involved in this shooting is assigned to the South Mountain Precinct and has approximately 6 years of service with the department. This incident is the subject of a criminal investigation to be reviewed by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. It is also the subject of an administrative investigation. Conclusions about whether the actions of the officers are consistent with department policy and the law will not be made until all facts are known and the investigation is complete.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public about a critical incident in our community. You can learn about the Phoenix Police Department's transparency policy on our website.